Okay. Heck of a year. It is about damn time. I got off my lazy ass and did something about playing this mod. Wow. I cannot believe how long it's been, truthfully. To be fair, I don't use Discord as much as I used to, and I think I did that, not using it made me miss things like the thread that basically is within the channel that you need to basically access this mod, because I don't believe this is entirely public at the moment. So yeah, despite that, still I don't know. I just I felt like I could have asked more questions or whatever, but doesn't matter though, because we're here now. Better late than never. And it was certainly quite the experience trying to just get this working. So yeah, a lot of back and forths, but I have to shout out Resun, because without him I don't think I would have been able to get it in the state where I can actually play it right now. So huge thank you to Resun for that. Yeah, this is freaking huge. I don't know how much this is going to include, because this is pretty much constantly being updated every week. So that's insane that it's even getting this much treatment done to it. So yeah, that's huge. But I mean, irrespective if it doesn't include the things that I've seen that's recently been implemented, such as like there's now 7 Chaos Emeralds for the Rainbow Gem transformation. So yeah, if we don't see that, it's all good. It's going to eventually be updated, so that's that. But the main thing I'm looking forward to with this is, assuming it's included, is basically just all the stuff that's been done with the Mark Speed section, the Mark Speed Sonic specifically. And I think, yeah, Supersonic, that also kind of goes along with that when you're in Mark Speed sections. I mean, just generally, the way Supersonic actually looks, it just looks super freaking legit. So, yeah, with enough banter, let's jump into this. Yeah, I've still got a very weird setup at the moment. If I just launch it as is, I don't know if this is normal, by the way, but yeah, if I launch it as is with the current executable of Xenia, it currently treats it like I've got a different game save. So I've got to figure out a way how to swap that game save out for oh my goodness, I forgot I installed that. Yeah, I think this mod is also needed for yeah, I believe that is needed, because I didn't have this and it wasn't working at all. Like the text that's supposed to appear in gameplay, all the values and stuff like that, all the states, that was not showing up. So that was indication enough that it wasn't installing properly. So yeah, it does appear that you need this. Unless I changed some other settings in the mod manager, but I don't believe I did. I believe I set it up exactly how Resun had it. It still wasn't working. I decided to add the section selection by hypo, and yeah, that just seems to do the trick. So yeah, I don't know how that could really impact this to the point that it actually makes it work, but hey, I'll take it. But yeah, point was that yeah, I don't have a good game save on the current main Xenia. I didn't know this is actually how you access all the sections, so that's pretty cool to see that. It's also cool to see the common hint model for the character selection, what materials it uses by the default lighting, because this is supposed to be way version. But anyway, debug log. Yeah, I don't know if this is normal too, but if I press, is it down or up? I think it's down. If I can work it down, or is it up? No, okay, it's up. Yeah, if I press up on the D-pad, which I use the D-pad all the time, I'm managing the menus, so yeah, this really kind of sticks out. So I don't know what the intention is behind it doing that, if that's supposed to access something else, but anyway, let's actually launch it now. So yeah, basically I have to just do this. It's in a bit of an awkward position with that, but I'll just have to relocate it when I get the time to figure out where everything is, especially with the save game, because this is technically more updated, but I haven't pointed it to a better game save as of yet. That doesn't work. Which is weird because it should. Let's try again. Thank you. And this is another thing too. If I press up, I'm going to move the mouse away. If I press up on the D-pad now, it does that and it boots the game. At least it used to. There we go. If I do it again, nothing. And you can tell that I'm pressing the D-pad and it's not getting through this screen, because, fun fact to those that didn't know, why is that not working? Yeah, if you use the D-pad past the Sega screen, it actually skips the Sonic Team logo, the Cryware logo, just boots right into the title screen, so it's kind of curious that they actually programmed it that way. Because you obviously, like A and the pause button, it does skip it, but yeah, curious that the D-pad does as well, so why is this not going away? Hello? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have double pressed the D-pad. Let's try this again. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold left on the D-pad. Yeah, boom, it just skips right past it. That's so strange that they've programmed it that way. I remember noticing that for the first time. I think it was like 2018-ish, and I was like, what? Why? Why does it do that? Oh, see, I did it again. Can I merge still? Yeah, so I have to get used to using the joystick. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, you boot into that. It just boots into the first section. So I've never played this. Yeah. Okay. See, I'm already using the D-pad again. That's I'm not used to this. Now I haven't installed anything else, so like stuff like the fixed gauge and all that. Nope. So yeah, bear with me for the time being. What about if I go to here? Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Perfect, perfect. That is so cool. That is so good. I don't know. I think I have an idea of how it was achieved, because you can basically put in custom images into text. All you really need to do is figure out a way how to expand the image that's going to be used for the text, so you can basically have stuff like this. And if you can do that, which is technically possible, I mean, it's how the E3 text was recreated, because those are all essentially just images. So yeah, if you can expand that, which you can technically, yeah, you can just you can technically put screenshots of sections into the text file, put that into the actual physical text of the game, and yeah, that's how I assume this would have been implemented. And super freaking dope in which case. Unless it was done through another method. I mean, yeah, either way, it's still amazing that I've got this ability. Yeah, and appreciate that it's also alphabetical order. Not that it needs to be, number based, but I mean, I've got that anyway on the mission side of things. Look at that. That is, oh shit, that is so cool. Yeah, this just makes modding so much infinitely more easier. Oh, you're gonna do a aquatic base silver hard adjustment to the placement? Screw going through section 1, just do it this way, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievably useful. Yeah, if anybody was going to do like a full-on like overhaul of the game, I think it just needs the DLC, because otherwise it's all here. I'm so nervous to jump into this. Should I just go for it? Mark speed section and all? I kind of want to build up to it. Yeah, I kind of want to build up to it. Actually, do I have? Yeah, I do. Cool. Alright. Let me just get used to the base physics, because I was kind of experimenting a little bit, but I wanted to really save my reaction for now. So, let's see. I can spin kick and jump out of it, which is like, holy shit. And the animation that's used, top tier. I mean, of course it is the Pier 6 animation as well. I say that this was in the retail animations, unused. I don't actually know if this animation was intended to be used for jumping out of spin kicks, but Pier 6 did it that way, and this mod does recreate a lot of things that Pier 6 does, and in my opinion actually expands upon what Pier 6 has done, so that is so cool, and I really truly did not believe a day would come where we would say this about the original. If there'd be something that would give Pier 6 a run for its money, I would have said maybe Sonic Next, or another Unity project perhaps. But no, not something like this. This is insane, and I'm here for it. So yeah, you can jump out of a spin kick. What really has taken me by surprise with this is if I jump and just press it or hold it down, that is our default jump height, and how fast it takes for gravity to kick in and pull us down. If I hold it down, obviously it's going to go a little bit higher, and yeah, because of which we're in the wall animation a little bit longer. So a little over 1 second. If I do it just tapping, yeah, less than a second. Now, if I jump out of a spin kick with this and just tap it, it does still treat it as if I'm holding down the jump button, even though I just tapped it. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but if it wasn't, that could be something to improve upon. As minor as it is, you know. I mean, at this point, you guys know me. I am the god of minor details. But let's see. Can I do? Oh yeah, I see it in that. I'm not used to this, man. Even like the slowdown after you, because like if I let go of the joystick, so I'm gonna run, do my anti-grav, release the joystick, jump, and then we see that slowdown. That is insane. Yeah, because I mean, not to say that it hasn't been done before, because it actually can be achieved through Lua mods, but should make this full screen. Yeah, not to say it can't be done, because it has been, but the results of affecting the Lua are very, I mean, I've experimented a lot with it, spent hours on it, but this really does feel like momentum, whereas Lua modding it gets pretty damn near close, but it's not like this. I don't know, maybe this can be achieved, and I just haven't experimented enough, but I really do feel like I'm actually storing the momentum, and that is slowing down through a natural progression. You know what, even if I do this, if I get a little high and then jump and then move, he like increases his speed, which is, you know, one of the major things that I noticed when I first watched the Super mod, the very first 06 mod, was aside from like the 99 rings and the one-hit kills, I was really surprised to see if Sonic or Super Sonic jumped and moved, we didn't have this really slow speed that you normally would get from retail. He actually had the equivalent of this top speed here, and that was really surprising to me. And ever since then, I've tried to emulate both, where I have a slow to fast speed, but I've never been able to fully get it in the way where I'm satisfied with it. This is literally what I wanted. So it's just satisfying for me to see all these years later, ever since seeing the supermod and thinking, yeah, if only we could tell that to be having the retail speed and then gradually increase into the super speed. This is literally this. This is insane. So, wow. Yeah, absolutely insane. I haven't installed any other mods. That obviously includes patches. And I think for now that's probably for the best. We'll really get to experience this without any changes, so that way I can't take credit for any of the adjustments that perhaps I've forgotten, because it has been months, nearly a year since I've played P25 mod. I really haven't touched that. Mainly because I wanted to install this to it, but I just haven't been able to get like a good setup where I'm able to do it till now. So yeah, better late than never. I don't know what to do. It's just there's so much. Okay, spin dash jumping. I had to see it to believe it, because I read one of the previous builds didn't have spin dash jumping, so I wasn't expecting this. But then I tried it out, and holy crap, we can actually jump out of spin dashes now. That is. I mean, I don't know what to think. It's so natural. This is literally all Sonic Team had to do with the spin dash. Just program it so you can jump out of the damn thing. Nah. But, you know, rush game's a rush game. You can't expect stuff like this to be done, but it's still insane to me that every single build that we know of, maybe aside from E3, seemingly cannot jump out of a spin dash. Because we know retail and the Xbox Live Arcade build, nah, impossible. I know they were pressed for time, but it's still staggering to me that it could end up in such a state. But yeah, who would have thought something as basic as just being able to jump out of a spin dash, as you could in the classics or adventure games. But nah, we gotta get it out, man. It's so easy to just look at this and be like, look, no, it's rushed, but, you know, could you really not have time to just make that one little change? You know, because, I mean, you obviously had a few months from the course of, like, E3 to the final, and I think there was a month or two from the Xbox Live Arcade demo, from there to retail. Couldn't you go in and do something? No. Yeah, it just, I really do hope to see a documentary or like a behind-the-scenes look of the development process of Earth 6, because seriously, I feel like it'd be a very interesting watch. It wouldn't surprise me if there's like a lot of arguments, a lot of raised voices, but I think it would just be as interesting to see how we went from something as good as E3, not perfect, but really good, go from that to dumping all of it for what we got in the retail version. So, can't use that. Yeah, I gotta remind myself that I do have a fixed gauge, which is done through this patch, this DLL mod, but the replenishment is something I have to manually install outside of this. So yeah, again, I just wanted to keep it all retail plus the physics mods. So yeah, keep that in mind. Green gem. Oh shit! I didn't know you can move out of it like that. Holy crap! And I actually like that it doesn't go up to like a top speed value. Wow, holy crap. So I was gonna jump out of it, but then I can move. All right, let's try this again. So yeah, jump, girded. Oh wow, you can even jump out of the, what's that state called? I think, what's it called? Custom? forget what they called it. Oh, maybe it'll tell me here. Tornadoing. Okay. No, that's still called the same thing even for... Yeah, so that's the first state, and that's the second state. Aha, here we go. Tornado ground. But that's not what I was looking for. Let's try this again. Tornado S. I don't know what I was thinking of. But yes, the Tornado S state. You can jump out of that as well, which I wasn't expecting. Because I forget if you can jump out of that in Pure 6. Pretty sure you can jump out of the main one, the main tornado animation, but I don't think it's the first one you can jump out of. I could be wrong, but I mean, irrespective, I fully support pretty much any state that can be jumped out of. I mean, heck, I'd even take this, even though that's sort of intentional to have that. I know it's a nuisance. What else can we do with the green gem? Ooh, okay, so that's interesting. So even at top speed, it can do that. Fascinating. All right. It's just like I feel like I'm a kid again. Can I do it out of certain states? I'm gonna do it out of this. Crap. Yeah. Again, I gotta remind myself. Limited. Very limited. Ooh, bit of momentum there. See, I'm not used to seeing this, man. Like really, I've only seen this through videos. I haven't actually experienced this myself, so this is just insane. Absolutely insane. Oh shit, did he fix this too? Hang on, let's check this out for a second. Blue gem. I'm gonna die with the blue gem. Respawn. Blue gem. Boom! He fixed this glitch. To those that do not know, if you died with a gem selected, specifically with your first gem to the right and or first gem to the left, in this case the blue, in my case the blue or rainbow gem, and in my case, when you respawn, if you go back to that last gem you were on in retail, the icon would not appear. The gem shoes would indicate what you have, but the icon would be blank. I don't know why it would do that, but point is, this little glitch has been fixed. Let's fucking go. Okay, can I use gems in any state? I think I can. When you interact with dash panels, you cannot flip gems. Blue gem is the equivalent of a dash panel, and immediately I can switch to the next gem. Holy fuck. Dude, are you, oh my god, are you insane? Are you kidding me? Oh, I like that, how you really can get like a different jump height depending on like the slope and the speed. That kind of feels very SA inspired. Ooh, I'm not used to this, man. I kind of expect this to not have changed because reasons. How do I put it? God, that momentum. Yeah, because this behaves differently. It's not something that would be affected through. Well, it could be, but no. It's unless it was going through the XCX modifying it, it would be more so. What do they call it? It's like a power. It's like a power string, a value for the strength of. The influence a character has on objects, and yeah. It could be affected going forward, I mean. But that's, you know. It's still crazy to think that, yeah, no, this is still Sonic 06. Oh, what the fuck was it? Oh, okay, I jumped out of a spin kick. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. Okay. Now I think they said this doesn't work unless you have 50 rings, so goated. Why is the text kind of popping in and out? I don't know what's. Oh, hello. Am I doing this with the camera? Can't tell if I'm doing this or not. Did I press? Or is it like a? I don't know what I did. think I did disable it somehow. There's probably some kind of quick tutorial that I kind of missed or skimmed over. It specifies it, unless it is glitching. What else can we do? Curious to see how this is affected. I don't think that is majorly being affected. I think it only gets affected if you go into like a run from it, or vice versa. Ooh. Yeah, that uses a lot of gauge actually. Now, what's the deal with this? Because I don't think what was it called? Not tripping. It's like a hanging state. I don't think that's been implemented from what it looks like. I know it has been. I don't want to really say restored. It's also been recreated. But yeah, that does not appear to be here, interestingly. It could be because if it were, I think at the moment it only affects Sonic and not the other characters. So that could be why at the moment it's not implemented. Let's see, I'm curious, can I get it up from here? Oh, that's interesting. So I would think going forward, in the same way you can jump from that into a pretty decent speed, you would eventually be able to do the same thing from this speed, because at the moment that is just the same value. There's no speed increase there. So again, I think like the spin kick jump having the effect of me holding down the jump button even though I've tapped it. Yeah, some small things here and there, minor details, little things to improve upon, but they are super minor. I'm just, you gotta keep in mind this is someone that has grown up with this game that really does know the insides and outs for the way the gameplay. Whoa, okay. Again, the way the gameplay works. Okay, no shit. I'm not used to that at all. Holy crap. I'm pretty sure that's something you can do in Pure 6, and I'll be honest, I've never been a fan of the idea of being able to jump dash out of running into an air state. I'm only okay with that for Shadow, because he's the ultimate life form, and that's OP enough for. And on top of that, if I had it my way, I would implement the jump dash gravity for Shadow. So therefore, even though you'd have the ability to do it, you would have the risk of going down. So it wouldn't be too overpowered in that respect. But yeah, that is holy shit. This really is like taking all the notes from Pure 6 and then some, and expanding upon it. And yeah, I am here for it. I really should get into like testing this more regularly and really just providing little bits of feedback, because I mean they're doing a mighty fine job without me, in all fairness, and mad props. And it's good to know that I don't have to be involved with this kind of a process for it to get into this kind of state. Yeah, that is gratifying. Because for a while, when I was making like the patch videos, it felt like I was like in a very small minority of wanting certain details implemented just to have it in a more faithful state. But I guess you could kind of say in some ways this is sort of like a patches of 24 and 25 as a kind of stream, I guess, as a video of sorts. Because I mean, yeah, it's again, it all comes back down to me not having the ability and a good like setup ultimately for me to oh wow, holy shit, for me to be able to get this installed so I could actually fully test it. Oh, what was that? What was that? Let's do that again. What did I do? held down X, and then it looked like he went into a different animation. Let's try that again. Do I have to hold down X for it to enter the state, the hanging state or whatever? No? Don't know what that was. That's what I mean. There is so much here. It is actually insane. And like even that little thing I did before. Sorry, I still can't get over that this is still with the retail attributes. I'm not, nothing's really changed in that respect. Yeah, like, hang on. So if I blue gem out of this, I don't know how I did that, what I did before. Bam. It's like full on, like a descent with the speed. Ooh! Yeah, that is trippy, man! Holy shit! Okay, that explains, I think, why the speed has felt like it's been changing. It's like, how come it feels like I'm slower and how come it feels like I'm fast at times? Because I was like, oh, I better remind myself this is the retail attributes, nothing's been modified. But it was like, no, I can swear there are times where it feels like some states are a little slower. Yeah, this is why, man. Oh, wow. This is so weird to experience this in the original. PR6 is one thing, and that's like a freaking big one thing. It's like, okay, you got a remake with physics. But the original with physics, it's like, what is this? What universe am I in? What multiverse have I entered? Oh, jeez. So is it just one I can do? Yeah. That's for the better. Okay, I think that is most of everything. There's probably more. Probably is. Can I build it up from there? Yes, I can. Okay, so that's curious. It affects the bound and the jump, but not the homing recovery at the moment. Got it. Oh, this is insane. Okay, wow, that really... Whew! Yeah, okay, so I can see that it's really been affected in such a way where you need to have upgraded levels for it to go down slowly, so that's really cool. A little surprising that... Oh no, what am I saying? No, I need to get into a level to experiment with more levels, I think. Let's see what else. Oh, that's curious, that goes down more. Now, let's experiment a bit with B, because this I know I definitely haven't experimented with. Okay, so if I just hold it down from idle, does it stop? Yes, it does. Because there was a time where it didn't seem like it was, and that could have been because I was on the move. I don't know if the intention is to have that slow down to a stop, because I have seen that done, so I'm not really sure what's the deal there. And if I release it, it doesn't go into a spin dash. If I press X, it does, which is sick. It's actually pretty cool that you can actually, again, preserve that kind of the momentum to go that slower instead of typically, which would be that speed. What about if I go D from that? Oh, cool! It cancels it. Let's go. If I hold it down, it still cancels it. All right. So I've actually got a full-on cancel button now. I don't have to hold down the X button to cancel it. Because that's the thing. Press it, you do that. Yeah. Okay, that's why I was getting confused. So, okay, that is why that's sped up. Yes, I see now. Okay, I was going to say that there are parts where I feel slow and fast. This is obviously why. Just those little changes there. Very interesting. Let's see what else. Yeah, so from running into that, do I still go idle? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with the slowdown, with the spin dash, because yeah, and I know for a fact I have seen that. So you can't move out of it from here, so what about if I do B from that? No. Ooh, wow, yeah, look at that speed. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, I'm wrong, I'm stupid. Okay, holy shit. Oh my god, there's so much more here than I thought. So if you hold it down, you actually go faster. What a surprise. It's only how it, has always worked in the classics adventure. Okay, that explains why that speed. Because, yeah, that does feel slower than retail. And before it's not. Nah, I'm pretty sure that is slower than retail. Which I'm cool with, actually. I like the idea of slower spin dash, especially since it's like, you can still get that. In my original P25 treatments, I never actually had the rolling on the to add list. Always the spin dash, but I did have the spin dash being able to, what was it? Yeah, start off at this speed. If you just hold it down for less than a second, so if you did the equivalent of this, you would get this speed. But yeah, of course, if you hold it down, boom, you go super fast. Dude, that is actually insane. I can't fathom that.